Well, you may have caught it there during the break. It looks like we have had Grim forced to get an immediate repair during our break between maps 1 and 2. Not going to be easy to keep that out of your head if it is uncomfortable, but yeah, it seems his glasses may have given into the pressure of those headsets.
Yeah, look, live reports from our League Ops right down on the floor, Alex. They had the tape out and doing their best fix job. Grim has given them the nod of approval, but let's see, can he focus?
Oh, it would be distracting me just thinking about it rent-free. But let's get it started. Second map, a must-win for Apeks, otherwise the lower bracket calls. Complexity taking Vertigo, and now on Complexity's turf. Let's get into Overpass, and already it seems the plan is clear. 3 con for the CT side. If they swing open that door, we could have a biff. He gets the jump spot. So the information flows. Stigo communicating that there is at least 1 or 2 walking their way towards that short side. Here comes the con pressure. Grim, ooh, quick on the draw. No problems for Grim, as he's taken 3 heads.
And nothing's in his.
No, nothing at all, it seems, as he's comfortable.
It's actually a buff, that tape. It has magical powers.
Yeah, watch him have the best game of his life, and then for the rest of his career, he has to have broken glasses. It becomes like one of his kind of, tendencies.
Yeah, those who don't replace their underwear, it's just Grim rocking these broken glasses until he's some 65-year-old man still playing Face It. As Jacob has to face it. It's 1-on-4 scenario, the pistol. Another one for Complexity. 3 from 3. As they're setting their sights on the 2-0 here today. That is a great way to kick things off on their map choice. And there he is. Grim, not phased. Part of Complexity, of course.
Yeah, we'll see that one again. I mean, that was their whole strategy, just lost to 1 man and a Glock.
See, this is the interesting part, because Stico with the jump spot gets the early information. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, Sense has a flash. Is he going to do the one where he banks it off the biff of the stairs, it goes to the window, they pop out, they swamp together? Now we're just going to try and all walk out the door at the same time. Hope that goes well, as it is a B rush. They're in quite quickly.
Hack on. Deleted. Nork. Deagling. Oh no, Elise was caught with a pin pull. Some damage done at least. 2 picks off. Complexity, the most convincing pistol, and now it could all fall apart. The hands of some sidearms. A Stico and a Nork Deagle. Connecting nicely, and there's oh my gosh, there's a lot to be done from Floppy. He's dead too. Collapsing our Complexity in the second round of this map.
Ay caramba.
Yeah.
There was no heaven smoke as part of that rush. I was trying to see on the radar if it had completely missed or if they just hadn't thrown one, but no heaven smoke on the B rush, and well, that's where the opening pick comes through.
Good shot.
There's a quick one that you are able to throw if you're opting for a play like that, but that is Complexity starting off strong and falling immediately down to a force buy of their own design. Deagle's Tech 9's Khalil. And now they'll try the 3 and connect a trick. Boost being assembled to investigate connector. Sasanita will likely get the jump on anybody who swings. It's up towards A. They do have control of party. The next steps would be seizing the bathrooms. And as far as an execute goes, it's smoke and 2 flashes. So if they can creep silently through the bathrooms, get themselves up close and personal, a flash over the top, pop in towards the site, they might be able to swarm A.
JT relaying the game plan. Graham equipped with that rifle, the only one to boast. And he's used it to great success. Takes down 1. A nice find from Grim. A double kill to get the boys set up for success. Sense on back dice. Needs to find this one cleanly. Doesn't get anything onto Elige bar 1 bullet. And that looks like we're going to have a bit of a tug of war here to start things off. Stico and Satsanito are taking a hail of bullets through the boards. Down he goes. Lustico now, and Elige will catch another one. So great success for Cole, but got to be feeling a bit hard done by there for Apeks. Your celebrations are cut short immediately. Complexity making a Tech 9 and just a single Galil Singh.
Yeah, crazy sequence of rounds that we've had. One, just a fast speed with Galil's getting mowed down. This, taking the space slowly, definitely not having an ideal force by Complexity, but Grim, in the rounds that they've won, his impact has been felt. And now Apeks will, of course, they're going to invest again. Back and forth with the loss bonus. 1400, 1900, 1400, 1900. We'll see who's going to put two in a row together first.
2-1-2.
Is Sen's going to keep pushing the issue? No, he's just going to park behind Rock. So, yeah, likely we do see... Oh, maybe not. It's just Sasanito right now over towards B, so he can't really go aggressive. He needs to worry about short, the sandbag position, as well as Monster, where he's just deployed a smoke. It'll be Jacob overseeing and then Sense to pop up from behind the Rock as they start to look towards long.
He pops up, and Liege pumps him down.
So info on another, because Jacob was trying to have the bait and switch scenario. Grim loses his fight to Stiko. Traded out by Floppy.
Oh,
Step. Didn't he?
Yeah, I know. Tatsunito's walked in on Monster here. This is a real perfect play from Tatsunito. He is quick on his timings. He's usually good for the gap, but this time JT quick on the draw. Just Nork now and Jacob. Seems like Complexity will have won this battle of 4 spies early. They'd do nothing.
I feel they would have heard that. It made the sound cue, at least for us.
Someone said somewhere on the forums that it's less than 5 for the guaranteed sound cue. And that one clocks and tracks. No, Jacob! He gets 3 on the D. Complexity have absolutely evaporated on this site. Does he finish it with style and pizzazz as Alicia's trying to pick up the pieces? He's trying to recover this one. Oh, and he nearly planted in front of Nork.
That's round, that's round.
He won the round and Jacob's done it. Oh, God, that's a tilter.
Oh, Jacob has just devoured the hopes and dreams of Complexity, who had what was a picture-perfect round, just pipping him at the post, picking him all across the map.
Let me see that one again.
They just surge into B, and the Deagle up close and personal.
Oh, they're right in front of each other. JT and Floppy, they're kind of tripping over each other. And Elise, you can see the time, it really got him flustered. He was worried about short, tries to plant safe, and Nork spots him, no time, and yeah, oh, no timeout. They didn't take it. They're going to kind of stew in their juices as they play straight back on.
Yeah, why not? Seems par for the course for the game so far.
Holy moly, what is this 4-round game? It's been... I thought the 4-spy wars were concluding. It seems no, we've got more to have.
That was a 2-on-4, and the remaining 2 only had Deagles.
Yeah. Jacob, you animal.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, I can't... how do you get that round out of your head?
I'm not sure.
What are you saying, Chad? What are you saying,
Well, we already
man?
had the broken glasses incident.
Yeah. And then they had, like...
sheer pressure.
Perfect pistol. Then Apeks had the perfect...
Rush B force
second round force. I don't think they're ever going to want to go B after their experience.
All right, hold on. If Grim gets another, it's the Grim multis that equal Complexity rounds.
Aha, yes. Counter-Strike maths back out in full force. All right, I'm getting comfortable for this. It seems like this game has got plenty of twists and turns ahead of us. Committing to that spray. Nork's been punished for it.
All right, now what happens?
I don't know, Chad. That's the fun. That is the fun of this one.
Go.
Let's find out together.
Completely awry.
Stiko, okay. Looking for the answers on it. Legion, that's a quick shot. Sharp shooting from the American. Molotov does spread. Satsanito in trouble. 30 HP should be cut down. Drive-by from Grim, and that's a clean finish.
3 from 3. Grim multi-kills equal rounds.
Okay.
Einstein had a theory. This is mine.
The Birchall theorem. Keep track and tabs on it. This one has, however, finally ended.
Right? It's not over.
It's not?
No, because Apeks have to force buy again because of their loss bonus.
I mean, they got 1,400. They're not going to lose to Deagles again. Don't worry.
Never say never. An in-game leader dies every time you say you can't lose to a force buy, Alex.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, well, I've got my eyes on JT, and I believe Complexity are going to handle this with class.
Okay.
This boost very vogue at the moment, say from the traditional flashy. Oh, Floppy's so very, very lucky to get away from that one. Sense swarming in an aggressive CT position. They are fighting for short. Alicia's caught that sense crawl, but it could go wrong. He's still up there. Jacob catches Alicia, and with Floppy on 1 HP, this is far from a guarantee. What's going on?
It's going to be 6 consecutive rounds of just back and forth, bare-knuckle brawls.
Wait, hang on. Remember the theorem. Remember the theorem.
The Grim multi-kills. He can still save them. The man who now already getting quotes for a new pair of frames. Still alive and kicking. The cut of noise has lulled Apeks into a heavy rotation. Steeko remains on the site. A deploy of Monster Smoke will hold Complexity for another 20. And time, already an issue because we're at 35.
Steeko, he's going to start calling for backup. It's going to be on its way. 20 seconds, hiding on the site. Needs to be a deep clear from Halzuk. No one's looking. Fires off a warning shot. Still finds the frag. If he gets another, it's over. Satsunito cut down. Should be the plant from JT. Complexity, they get that bomb down this time. And Nork and Jacob struggling to find lethality. Cole, break the cycle. Break this trading blows that we've seen for 5 rounds straight. And it is just going to peter out, get out of there with their Kevlar and their Desert Eagles. Whew, I mean, by the skin of their teeth, it got so sketchy. If you lost Floppy earlier as well, it's a different round. 1 HP on him.
Yeah, and this is the problem when Jacob goes back and he has a look and he's like, 1 HP, are you serious? But that boost, deadly. Lots of damage done. Not teeing Apeks up to keep the Force by Wars going. They will have to concede. It will just be 2 $700 hand cannons carried into the next. The rest of the team likely have to take the full economical and just keep these USPs. 2,400 lost into the next. We're not going to see a Nork AWP for some time. Might want to operate with a scout, something that can find an awful lot of damage on a map like Overpass. So the primary Swedish sniper will need to operate without it. So doing it the hard way. The Complexity have eventually put Apeks right where they'd like them. And Apeks gone for a big old stack over towards A. It's not the all-in through monster, but they should be able to find themselves an empty bomb site.
I'm surprised that with Jacob peeking so deep to playground that they're not on the move yet. Like, you didn't see anyone cross. Haven't heard anything. And you're hearing util on B now then. What's the go?
Well, this is one of the things we noted yesterday when we were watching this team play against Big. Big would always go for like obviously we've had a lot of force buys here, but they were on the ecos. They were more than happy sometimes, not all the time. There was that Inferno round where they were just ran down mid, looking for exits.
That's right.
Just sit, and we had a unicorn round where nobody went down on Vertigo. So happy just to stay alive and disallow Complexity from getting the kill rewards. No, this is like that Inferno round where they will charge out, look for damage. Halzuk takes 2, JT gets the $600 bonus on the MAC-10. Might even want to pick himself up that AK-47. And will do, gets his hands on it. So no harm, no foul. They don't carry the SMG across. The rifles now come out for Apeks, but Complexity are already up to 5 rounds on the T side of Overpass. So they've already gone great guns. This is fantastic. Complexity will be very happy with this. 5 rounds already, and they can post a whole bunch more. Now coming into this, the discussion from the desk was about Complexity on a downward trend. Pim found some positivity to talk about with the team after that Vertigo game. He was happy with what he's seen. And Apeks, the sentiment was, kind of feels like they're quite content to be here at this stage. After a 0-13 score against Spirit.
Oh, Jacob, he's sharp tonight.
He looks pissed off.
Yeah, he is mad. Double kill, but it's still equalized very swiftly. It's Nork that tilts once again the scales in their favor. Floppy disconnected from the action. He's going to be potentially walked upon as this 2-man B duo.
I don't even get one here, surely.
Crosshairs on Steeko. And yeah, just between the wickets. He goes down. Halzuk trying to catch a little bit of a gap here between the defense. And Satsunito's good for it. Nice double kill from him. So Apeks successful on that one. It was, yeah, I mean, just the fact that Jacob welcomed that duel. He saw the nades and he just, you know, some would react differently. He decided to just stand and delivers.
Yeah, massive stuff from Jacob. And I was just taking a look at the finances and complexity as we are about to get underway with round number 9. JT had 8K. And I was thinking, does he want to drop Halzerk and AWP? He'll probably get dropped a Galil here back from Halzerk. It's actually able to get him into an AK, so all good. The buy looking very tidy for Cole.
Jacob opting for Con this time, so he'll have a bit of a head-to-head with Grim as this round transpires. 2-1-2 once again.
Oh, the flash. Looks like had an opportunity. Oh, posted for any B aggression and was offered up something, but now we'll have to reroute. Look elsewhere for a pick as establishing the map control. Elige, one of these players who definitely backs his aim. We saw him hitting a few bangers up long already in this matchup. Resides over towards the party position, so that's going to help usher them back over towards A if they'd like. Another smoke deployed towards connector, this one being used as a wall in lieu of the door. Connector being cleared out with some nice protocol utility. This is important, right, with the Elige up towards party as they're flushing out, because he's only got 2 ways to go, either forward in towards the connector players or back up into that difficult headshot angle.
So yeah,
step by step.
1 by 1. And with the absence of the door, no sound cue required, a nice silent descent from JT. Now he has the bomb. And he's been spotted now by Sense. 35 seconds. Now what happens? You're staring at a smoke on short.
Have to go through Monster.
No more smokes to delay.
It has a molly.
Gonna have to be one hell of a duel into the tunnel of flames and fire. Steeko double spray, 20 seconds, they're locked out. There's nothing to do. All of that map control, they have to back away. Jacob even here in that retreat, gonna try and take whatever he can away from them. JT just about rounds the corner in time to survive. What do you reckon happened there, you know, through the lens of Cole? Because it seemed like, you know, he protocols, map control. Was it just a little slow?
Well, two things. Obviously not enough pressure to be threatening to Apeks.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to highlight Apeks for good economy of utility here. Right, the fact that they haven't just been throwing their nades willy-nilly. They're not blocking until they feel the need for the threat. That's really important because a lot of teams will just block areas on the map. It's like, all right, well, if I smoke this, they can't come for 20 seconds. But you have a minute and 55 to deal with. So you want to set yourself up for advantageous fights in certain areas. You know, they went aggressive towards short. That means that Complexity are going to have to spend a bit more time clearing that out. And while the time got away from them, this is a map where a lot of teams like to finish late. Very, very late. And not everybody can stick the landing. So great job from Apeks to be able to resist Complexity. We saved a bunch of rifles, the AWP. Now we're bouncing back in, but this time completely lacking utility. About to get a fight is Jacob.
Whoa-wee, Grim. Beautiful pre-aim. Nails the first bullet headshot. Nork now reveals himself, and he does put his health on the line. Nice shot out of Elige. Sense. He did manage to right the ship onto JT, so do they commit to this? With full 60 seconds left, Satanita rotates through and spotting them out, taking the duel, hits the spray. No rebuttal from Elige. He could get 2 here as Halzerk pushes up. Last on truck, 50 seconds. They got to take the fights. They welcome the duels. Satsunito cut down. A triple kill from Elige. Lovely work. It puts Apeks back into economic squalor. Needed that from Grim as well. Just getting that opening pick.
A huge entry. And I am quite truly just looking through at the rounds won. Every round, the Complexity have won, Grim has had a kill or more. And every round that they've lost, he hasn't had a frag.
Okay, well that's undeniably correlated.
I'm just double checking because it seems too easy if that's the case. Is that analysis?
I think you're doing it.
Damn, look at me go.
Nice. Elige's grip tape. Learn all about that.
What if they used that on the glasses?
I imagine there was an alternative tape.
I think it would have been electrical tape.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
The type of tape will be important because if Grim gets 25 kills this game, every kid at home is going to be snapping the arm on their glasses. I'm wrapping it in electrical tape.
You joke, but I mean, you know, when we talk about how it's such a mental game.
Oh, really it is. If that was me and I wore glasses and my glasses broke with the headset just before I was about to get into the game and then I had to fix it with tape, first of all, I'd be annoyed.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'd be thinking I'd sit a little bit wonky. How is this going to affect my performance?
I had one of my ear cups snap off my headset at LAN. Had to tape it up. Could not get over it.
Yeah.
Could not.
All boost.
Oh, we like this jumpy one. And Halzak doesn't, because he's nearly lost his life. Now, they'll be a bit hard done by on the fact that Stiko didn't get to finish it. The nade doesn't find Halzak. It's the CTs, limited in resources. They've got themselves, what? Satsanito now tagged up. He has got the M4, but significant lack of that utility we just discussed. The smoke grenade is all, and we're still the majority of the round ahead of us. Now, I do see Elige a little alone right now. He's got some buddies on their way.
It's going to be difficult to break this A defense that they have set up. Oh.
No,
not
it's
anymore.
not. JT.
Just popped his head up the connector.
He's going to be surprised by Jacob. A nice swing, but need to see that trade from Elige. Goes for an audacious spray transfer, but it does keep the boots of Nork planted. And yeah, I mean, Stiko, he's walking into Floppy, an aim duel, and he wins it. Takes the AK, doesn't stop. He's bringing the fight through the flames. Nearly had Grim as well. Halzak was 7 HP. Yeah, exactly. Tatsunito. He finds Grim. That was the harder of the two to find because it's up against the AWP. Maybe Halzak can catch an element of surprise here. As he knows, Tatsunito has brought the bomb carrier down. He's going to overlook this position. They're past each other. Halzak has no idea he's already slipped out. That's bizarre.
Dead man walking.
That's bizarre. What a way for Tatsunito to close the round.
I reckon Apeks would sell their mothers if it meant they'd win a round. They're more than happy just to have these double lurks where they're not trying to trade. They just go, yeah, okay, and then he's going to assume I'm somewhere else, and as long as you win that one, we'll win the round. Yeah, no worries. Tatsunito gets them number 5. And the finances for Complexity looking bleak going into the final round of the half. We could tie things up 6-6 here. It has been a biff. This has been quite a brawly game of Counter-Strike. It has not been clean. It has not made much sense. But both teams are showing that they can pack a punch with the individuals.
Suffocating smoke.
Grim got a kill in that round and they didn't win it. Even got 2.
Denied. No way. They're not ready for him. Jacob takes down JT. And that's the power of the conditioning. They've been throwing that smoke with no one home. This time, Cole thought they could overlook it. No one gives it a little flick of the mouse to clear. And he gets 3 backs turned. He could have gotten a whole lot more. Might feel a bit hard done by given what was on his plate there.
Do you like this rear rush from Sense? If he just pushes up and parks himself, they're going to be baited for from Nork in the side. He's actually going for a little bit more and even finds the frag. Elige falls.
Oh, they're flashing for him. And yeah, Nork's got the covering fire. So
that
this
was the
is team
setup
play.
I was talking about.
Yeah. You can see a way it could have worked in a multitude of different ways. Sense has seen enough. And Grim, yeah, he gave it a good go.
Downtown.
70 damage, long range Mac 10. And now Floppy steps up to the plate, a 1v4.
Oh, he's so locked in. Here's the long flank as well as Bathrooms cut off by Stiko.
Just seems like a matter of time then for Floppy. He's going to be walking into an AWP scope. And it's clean from Nork. A recovered half. I mean, one hell of a half, actually, if you recap how we got here. 6-6. Must win for Apeks to stay in the upper bracket. the opening round of Group A. That's right, folks. We're hanging out here for Katowice, the big one to start off the year, 2024. And my New Year's resolution is to cast more Counter-Strike. So let's get it going. Map 2, second half, and Apeks, fresh out of the play-in, surprising us all with an intense 3-map affair versus Big to secure this spot. And now it's Complexity that are looking to send them straight down to the lower bracket.
This might be a fast beat, looking very likely, charging straight through Monster 2 to deal with.
Yeah,
Leash and JT.
He's here with the dualies. Goes one of two ways, and he's been deleted. Satanito using that Glock to great effect. Parkour required from Grim if he wanted to look over that smoke. And Steeko's holding the flank nicely. Is Floppy really going to overlook this? Ooh, actually spots him out. Doesn't matter. Nice shot out of Steeko. Puts 2 bullets in the right direction to cut Floppy down.
Jose. I say no.
That's what they say.
It will not happen.
Oh, well, Halzox has got 1, but as Chad has already said, no way. So there's no way.
Not a way. Not a single way.
Okay, not a single way. Nork confirms your suspicions. Chad and Jacob finding 2 on the pistol. Interesting to see just how quickly that B site was rustled.
Now, there was a point within that first half of play where Complexity had 5, and I said they're very happy with 5. 5's great for the T half of Overpass. Things are looking good. If they get anything more, they'll be very happy with this, and then it ended up 6-6. Now they've lost the pistol. Now they're down 7-6, and they're forced buying in. If Complexity lose this, the score will be 8-6 and have to eco, and it'll be a 3-round differential, and Apeks will only be 3 rounds away from winning this map, and they're a team who have battled through a roller coaster of emotions so far, from the lowest of lows, a 0-13 versus Spirit, a back-and-forth affair versus Furia where it felt like they were dominating and then they weren't, and then a game against Big that was more emotional than Bambi.
Phew, and that's saying something. Halzak, he's fired off 1 scout shot. It would be very brave to go for another, but it's a Liege that's going to be tested here. He likes to back himself into these corners if he's got the aim to bail himself out. Sends his first victim, anticipating more, turning the flash. Satanito challenges, a Liege thrives, 17 and counting, as this is exactly what Complexity needed. The biggest gun on the buy, and they are hunting him for sure. Liege, oh, he's just averted his gaze. Great timing from Steeko, caught off guard. 1 back.
I think the positive 50 seconds, if they rotate back down, there's also the push from Grim out towards Sewer. Yes, well highlighted here by Mr. J Raz. Great job, Jay, making sure we cover off any loose ends. So this allows them to stay somewhat 3 towards A. Floppy forward, Halzerk overseeing business, and that support, if necessary, of JT. Feels like at this point, with 30 seconds now, Apeks will be committed to this A finish. Smokes are plenty, rifle's good, need to hit some shots.
It's really in Floppy's interest if the scout takes that first shot. Otherwise, yeah, this is a hard duel. Shadow, oh, beautiful from Floppy's MP9. And just like that, it's fallen even further out of reach for Nork. No time for this. 4 to find, bomb disconnected from you. Goes out, finds the first. JT down, 7 seconds and a scout tag to repel him.
You ain't running anywhere.
Yeah, he doesn't want to die after time.
Oh, he is. He's gone up. He's gone up.
Down. That is a sucker punch to Nork.
$450. It looks like my bank account after a Friday night. Nork is feeling sour.
Oy. Was it in his interest there to just kind of, you know...
He was trying.
He was trying to die.
And then he realized, well, the scout's just going to toy with me. Maybe he won't finish me off. Could have run in and put his hands up.
Right.
But then still, Halzak could have toyed with him, killed him after the time. So, yeah, between 2 minds there. That one is going to sting Apeks. They're going to try their luck at the Force by Wars.
Yeah, essentially just means he doesn't get Kev for this one. And Elige has already got the whole of mid under his remit. Great from Grim. Threatening angle. Not even on the Tech 9s, but he's handling it with class. Great angle as well from Elige. You're not clearing that one, are you?
Alex, I will say I have the cheat code right now of watching Counter-Strike that nobody else can experience. Because I'm in the Go TV, you are as well.
Yeah.
But I am watching the game without X-Ray, with the PGM next to it with X-Ray on. So I am going, there's about to be a fight. Let's look at it from this guy's POV without the X-ray.
To truly appreciate it.
And I'm really enjoying it.
Wow, I hadn't even considered it, but I've definitely noticed that without X-Ray, you have a much greater appreciation for like players with good positioning and awareness.
That Elige double kill towards Long that he just got was very difficult the first fight, and then you could see how much pressure he was under. With X-Ray, we can see the bodies are coming.
Right.
You know, he doesn't know what's on the other side. Maybe a few sound cues, maybe an inkling. Here's Nork, the man without the Kev.
Yeah, go to Galil.
Needs to die before the time.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure he's extra aware of that one. And we can go X-ray off for this, so you can see that he doesn't see a thing. As Elige posts his 19th. Good to see him in form. I mean, we all know that it's a necessity for Complexity if they want to have hopes of a run here.
Him and Grim. Yeah. I think those two can be the star riflers of this team, and then that's where Halzerk, it'd be better if he could play towards the tippy top of his ceiling, but that's, you know, not possible for players most of the time. It's about elevating that floor, so he doesn't have those off games where he's punching deaths, missing easy shots, and hemorrhaging opening advantages. Now this will be the full eco, or the closest thing to, just eco with the P250. We might see time soaked off the clock by Apeks, just allowing Complexity to run through their protocol utility. Limp through those smokes, flashes, HEs. We have a minute 30 remaining. This one should be a chance as well for Apeks to catch their breath. Those frustrations from winning the pistol and losing the force still lingering, but you get into the guns in a moment's time. And again, they've been through the full cycle of emotions during IEM Katowice so far. I'm sure they believe that, you know, one good gun round, they can get themselves back into the mix. As Elige gets his 20th. Also got Launders back in business. Good to see him. We've had some individuals working double duty while Launders has been a little bit under the weather, but good, he's back upstairs just above us right now, casting with Scrawny. They're bringing you all the action of Vitality versus Ents. That one going down, that is a Group B matchup. You had G2 versus Heroic, that G2 came out on top of. That was quite the match.
Monacy versus Heroic,
he went beast mode, and the winner of Vitality versus Ents will be taking on G2 in the upper bracket semi-final. That one will be going down on Monday, but at least we'll have the two teams locked in by the end of tonight.
I'm very interested to see, you know, what Ents can continue to do. Am I seeing Glaive at the top of the scoreboard again?
Yeah.
Come on, lad.
All right, first gun round, maybe last for Apeks. Make a dent, you need to.
Double peak!
Beautiful.
The synchronization. And it's an opening advantage given. Halzerk concedes.
Now lost the prowess of your CT side AWP to lock down these long lines of sight over towards A, which, isn't the end of the world with Elige's forward position towards long.
Right, I mean...
You can always clamp back in if they come up connector and take toilets. He can try and be a bit of a drama, but we'll have a fight with Sasanito at some point by the looks of things.
The fact that Grim's coming over there as well, it really does weaken this JT floppy hold.
Elige knows he has to search. Oh, didn't spot him.
No, sir. But the bomb's coming back. Elige hears them, does get traded by Nork.
Lucky to get one.
Yeah, and this angle from Jacob is perfectly designed for JT with a knee-jerk reaction. Trying to retake short late. They're grouping up to crawl into towards this A site here. Grim still long side. Jacob trying to keep these B boots planted. Floppy walks straight on in. Oh, Jacob.
Grim might catch a great timing. Nork has just joined the pack.
Didn't finish off his frag onto Floppy.
Nork's looking for connector. Grim has an opportunity.
Real opportunity. Are they planting in front? They are planting front dice, so he can't deny, but he could certainly catch a back turn, which he will. Just about. Pulls it across. Nork close. You're not anticipating this one. He goes for the no-scope. A risky maneuver. But Apeks just need the two more. Swinging through. Oh, dear. Stiko down. Nork in the clutch. Good for it, typically. A triple kill, great. He needs a quad to give Apeks hopes and dreams. And it's JT down on the flick. A wrist breaker from Nork. We'll see that one again, please.
I didn't even quite believe that he got the kill.
You and your X-ray toggle.
Sorry, what?
Let's see that one again. Jeez. Oh, yes. One more time in slow-mo. This is slow-mo, by the way. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jacob can't quite believe it.
Yeah, all right, Nork. That one had some sauce on it, and Sense enjoyed That clutch.
Spicy.
Yeah, Grim. He did find that timing, got the kill, then run down. You mentioned it, the no-scope. Nork not even taking the moment to get the click in, just putting it straight into Grim's belly.
Yeah. When he's on his peak, it always seems like he's kind of just, he's brimming with this like nonchalance. He's like, I'm just fragging, boys.
This is the thing that Apeks signing Nork on, right, for an extended period of time. This is it's a great signing considering, you know, when we get to see those type of rounds come out from the AWPer.
Yeah, I mean, compare what both of the AWPers in the server did that round. It's night and it's day.
Yeah, Halzok got double swung, and Nork won a very important clutch.
Very important, just as you'd highlighted, you know, this was a big one for Apeks. And he got that important trade onto Elige as well to start it off. Oh, did he? Yeah, Grim aware. Short occupied early. Floppy's HE doesn't do anything. 6 damage onto Jacob. He brought the special Kevlar.
Apparently they've seen enough. Sense. Dipping back will join the pack. So now they can have the 3-1-1. Steakon connector. AWP of Nork, Sasanito and Sense to work on some A control. So Jacob's initial jaunt for a fight over towards B was denied. And now they need to knock on the door elsewhere. The bogey position of Elysian Connector is on a bit of a timer, and he's actually smoking himself to get out. Play around this. Hearing some jumps towards long. That hole to be plugged by Grim.
With the bomb being picked up here, like outside playground as well, there's a real world where Elige could do a real disruptive play. He's actually slipping down Con. Tatsunito might catch him.
I think it's going to get hard for Halzok in a moment too.
Yeah. Stiko keeping his options open, well aware of the potential, the absence of info in Con. 30 seconds as Halzok has a glance at long. The util starts to fly through. Grim on his way. Halzok, a decoy. Lets them know the AWPer's close.
Rallier flashes.
He needs to hit this. He needs to hit it. Does so. First is great. The second is brilliant. But Stiko, a double of his own design, and the bomb will be going down in time. Jacob punching in the code. Oh, that's the headshot. Denies the plant. There's no time. There is absolutely no time, and this one slips away. A very important frag onto that bomb plant. It's a winner for complexity.
And they never actually cleared out Connector. The fact Elige was down there, then he came back up, poked up his head, got some information, went back down, and then he was that trap card that was played late, activated as Apeks tried to punch in the bomb. And they'd gone through long. They must have known that the bathroom side was always going to be somewhat susceptible. Elige was still alive, right? It was Halzok, the player that went down with the Grim and the double up from Stiko.
Maybe a misjudgment on your plant spot as well. 16 seconds as you get Halzok down. Stiko's come through. Yeah, I guess Stiko getting those kills from headshot maybe lulled them into a false sense of security. But here we go. Nork whipping out the AWP. There could be a bit of an element of surprise in this one.
I think that would have been saved across in the chaos. No way, didn't they? Never mind. No, he did save it.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy. No, he definitely did save it.
Makes a lot of sense. Elige going down early, it seems insignificant, but could have ramifications. There's Kevlar on Jacob, so that rifle is a fully fledged threat. And they're allowed to elope.
Feels like they have a lot of space. JT was just peering into Connector, just looked outside B from the pipe as well. Didn't see an awful lot. No AWP for complexity to defend. It's Halzok operating with a silenced M4. That smoke is actually nice for Apeks to hear. It means that they think that the threat is a little bit closer than it was. So now they can creep up and be a bit faster on their timings. 35 seconds.
That was the last utility piece. Halzok.
Shadow.
Oh, 10 bullets go shy. He's used this whole magazine and empty-handed now with his back turn. It could have been 2. Oh, Grim's in trouble. Still manages to deliver. In the absence of Halzok's fragging, it's Nork though, that AWP.
The rotation so far away.
That flick, yeah, he's going to be getting that bomb down. Uncontested this time. Floppy, got the kit. Gets the info, backside's occupied. Oh no, makes a mess of this one. And they only started this with a single threat on Nork. He's going to need them both. JT can't. It's Satsanito to close. And it seems, yeah, a couple more twists in this tale to go.
I feel we've had 19 rounds played. I swear at least half of them felt like the team who has had the worst buy has actually pulled the round out of their arse. And here's another one to add to that tally. Insane. And you were bang on, right? That rifle gets picked up. This is Sasanito, though, without any Kevlar, getting it done in a 1-on-2 situation. JT takes down the bigger threat of Nork with the AWP and the armor. Another Listerine phase from Jacob. You see him there holding on tight.
Whoa. Very stressful game, I'm sure.
Hey,
More complexity.
You've got Elijah on 23, Grim on 20, 11 for Halzerk, 9 for JT, and 8 for Floppy. They were just so far away from that rotation as well. And yeah, Halzerk made a meal of that kill. All his bullets.
No
Grim
armor.
was lucky to get one. Yeah, that not on. And you had Pimp on the desk after the Vertigo game kind of highlighting the fact that Halzerk was getting it done with the rifles, right? There wasn't too much need for the AWP over there on Vertigo. Well, needed to hit that shot, didn't he? As Complexity, they're the ones who are going to be having a rubbishy looking buy. This was what their second round of this second half looked like. You know, Apeks, the fact that they're so plucky and they keep having to battle in these type of rounds might be taking us to that third map of Ancient.
Yeah, very well. I mean, this can slip through their fingers now, Colt. On the back foot, especially considering a full investment of what little they could get together. And he's going for a forward maneuver. And they're ready for him.
2 tags.
Some damage.
Yeah, the scout of Hauser could capitalize on that, but would need to find some clear sight lines. Should be removed. You can take a look at all the utility that Apeks has remaining. I feel a gamble will have to be called from Complexity, stacking one of these 2 sites. But we just know how intrusive Apeks feel across the map. Always somebody lurking somewhere. This time it's Jacob out Monster.
He's giving it a look in. Floppy does a lot of damage, and yeah, ooh, at least he finishes it off, but Nork was quick on the draw to catch JT's swing.
Keeping their options open still. Sasanito's heading towards A. Surely you head down and connect. We've got 30 seconds, boys. Are you going up or are you going in? Make the call.
The bomb's on the back of Sense. If he wants to go, he has to go now. Stiko's pivoting. It does seem like they're going A. And he's done so silently. Sasanito can just drop this smoke. They're using Nork as a bit of a lure. Pulls Complexity into the site. And A wide open for business. Fires off the warning shot. He's running away. Does get run down by Grim. Good frag. But I mean, yeah, it's not a particularly appealing retake.
I think with these upgrades, right? So there's a Famous that Hauser can get into instead. Definitely go back for the Famous, son. You've already got the AWP in the hands of Grim. I would love to see Hauser find the rifle instead of having the scout in play.
Got time to do so as well.
I'm just going to see if I can go and find it because it shouldn't be that hard to find. One of his teammates just had it. So hopefully he goes back and looks to pick it up. Yeah, it's in the monster pipe. It's just there in front of him, in front of that little cinder block.
Well,
yeah, perfect, Jay.
He's kind of running out.
Is he going to go great? Oh, okay.
Maybe just uncomfortable on the rifle after that previous round.
No, but he's going to get the AWP from Grim.
So it would be nice for someone.
If you had the Famous, then they could, you know, and then at this point you've got the AK as well. So you could have had 2 rifles and an and the AWP, sorry, and you don't really need to upgrade anything else. You could just maybe get to a 5.7, a P250, something along those lines. Now Grim's going to hold on to the AWP. Hauser's going to wield the scout. Maybe it'll work. 10-10. Grim's trying the connector play.
Forced away by the flame. Sasanito hearing this. Space conceded. Staying active is Grim, well aware of the power position he currently occupies. Jump spot out of Sasanito, goes a step too wide. It's Grim, first blood.
Apparently it's Grim and Elige having to do everything.
Oh yeah, they got these boys in their backpack, 22 and 23 respectively.
Well, they're rotating towards B, away from the AWP quite swiftly. Denied towards Monster with the smoke. Grim's joined the party. Floppy is here with the AK, and this would be a time for him to get a multi.
They're having a dialogue. Nork shaking his head. 3 members of Col on this side, and Jacob taking a closer look at his AK. Now was not the time. 2 left. It seems like Cole making it work. That may be Chad. It hinges on Nork. Can he disrupt? 20 HP. Sensors hit a great shot. JT's the down as well. They're equalizing nicely. And now only the Deagle on Elige. That scout on Halzerk. It is falling apart. It's falling. It's fallen. And only Halzerk left to try and do the damage.
What?
It's the first shot on the bomb. One more wallbang could finish off the job. Onto the planter. Nork 20 HP. He's dropped on in. P2K as well as the sidearm. No kit. Good scout tag. They've vacated the bomb site by virtue of that smoke.
Needs to draw them in. Needs to offer himself a fight somehow.
Someone's going to have to react to that. And a Molotov from Nork covers it off, and that's a missed shot. That could have been the way back in. It could have. But it seems like it's all for naught. Take the AWP, get the hell out of Dodge. They might be able to hunt him down as well. Giving it a look in. Perfect play from Nork again. Gets himself up to 20. And Cole, that 2v4. A little messy.
They've lost some extremely frustrating rounds. And it felt like they had everything on lockdown, but then they looked away from Monster, the Sling Cow, that said Floppy needed a multi. He was only able to get 1 on the AK. Grim finds the opener. He even rotates over towards B, stalls them out before they can push into the side. At this point, what are we talking, a 2-on-4 scenario? JT takes his eyes off the prize. Shot in the back, and then, yeah, Halzerk rotating in with this scout. You're not expecting anything to get done as a second tactical timeout, and yeah, a facepalm from Elige, the double facepalm, the most severe of the facepalm family.
They've had some real
stinkers,
yeah.
Maybe this is what Apeks does to you, because Big know how this feels. Maybe
Exactly.
just let Apeks just have a way to make you stew in your own juices.
Oh. And then, I mean, it becomes we know, a mentally driven game. You know, we talk about confidence. We talk about, you know.
Stop smiling, JT and TC.
Yeah, now's not the time.
Look as emo as the rest of your team.
It's not a laughing matter.
Join
us in our misery. And this music does feel like we're kind of doing like an obituary to complexity right now.
And their map choice of Overpass.
They're 1-0 up in the series.
It all started with a quick pistol round victory on the T side. JT followed it up with a fast B call. Straight in, all 5, losing the force buy. Back and forth we tussled for round after round in a relenting battle of the economy that felt like it would never subside. Complexity ended that streak and managed to put 3 consecutive T rounds to a 5-2 lead, once again on the T half of their map choice. But Apeks, the tenacity, the grit, the teeth, it showed as we ended the half 6-6. They continued that run as we found our way into the second half of play with a pistol to their name. But the Force Buys came back with a vengeance as Complexity once more showed that they too could get it done with the little guns. Now we find ourselves at 11-10, and Apeks seem to be in the driver's seat as just 2 more rounds are required to take us to map 3 of Ancient.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Wow. We had a small tech issue, and fortunately Chad has resolved it for us. Let's get back in underway.
That was a Mr. Molotov of some variety. That one detonate mid-air.
Little firework. More standard mid-crawl now.
Tell you who I don't feel envious of in a round like this is Halzerk, having to patrol the party area with just an M4 in hand as opposed to a scope rifle. So as soon as you feel any heat exactly like that, you're dipping back. You don't have the advantage of weaponry whatsoever. Oh, and we didn't even touch on the Naught clutches.
Yeah, that last one on the
flick of the wrist.
Really, really quick work out of his AWP so far. And he, justifiably at the top of the scoreboard.
Apeks expecting some form of aggression, knowing that Complexity's buy has to be compromised. So took their time before starting to establish this map control. Divider molly, bathroom smoke, connector control, going through the paces. Color by number Counter-Strike as the bomb picked up on the back of Nork now. 45 seconds remaining. 3 players on A. Elige, Grim, and Halzerk The usual suspects.
Helzak spotted out. 30 seconds. That's a great time for the smoke to be blooming towards Divider. Elige considering the Axar flash. Oh, and it's actually Stiko just running and gunning through the smoke, and they just run into the meat grinder. Elige, Grim, they mow them down, and an 11th for Cole manifests cleanly. Just what they needed, really. Yeah. A moment to reflect and then come back in, and it seems like all guns are blazing.
All 5 staying alive will be quite important here. They have been able to retrieve the AWP. I don't even know if Halzak wants it at this point. We'll see how the trading of guns goes into the next. Of course he's going to take it, but it's just not really working for him right now.
I think Grim's got more AWP openings already.
But now I'm sure on the other foot again. It's just been such a tug of war of finances in this entire map of play. And I said it once, I'll say it again, it feels like at least 50% of the rounds the team with the worst buy has been able to pick them up. And the hesitancy from Apeks to take that map control, worried about an aggressive maneuver early, it came back to bite them. They found this time the economy of utility being well held by Complexity,
gosh.
That late smoke. It's an all-in.
It's an all-in.
It is an all-in. Backbreaker. It's 4B. Complexity reading this.
They have to be ready. The mollies are in. Halzak's close by. He's not ready at all. Caught out by Satsanito. Floppy needs to come up Trump, needs to find another, doesn't post it, but Grim and JT holding on beautifully. As that barrage of bodies up Monster has come to a close, just Stiko on short side. An all-in call at round 23. And Grim finding impact when they need him to. Nice to see Elige put the cherry on top. It's 12 for Complexity, 1 round away from meeting Spirit and keeping themselves in that upper bracket.
And again, we just returned to the overarching storyline for Complexity. They've been on a bit of a downward tumble ever since IEM Sydney. Things have not been looking too hot to trot. They went from being in the conversation of an elite level team to anything but. They get quite the gift, getting to go up against an Apeks who haven't shown the most polished Counter-Strike, but have definitely shown some Counter-Strike that can bite back with clutches, never giving up, some individuals that can start to deliver multi-kill after multi-kill. That's really been the story of this team, and plays being made from the likes of Sasanito on your screen. This is just the opening round of Group A of the group stage. And this is a good victory for Complexity to get under their belt for confidence sake, but some of these rounds, some of these wobbles, JT spoke about lifting their floor, making sure they work on their fundamentals, the type of rounds that they're losing. Well, there's a bunch of them here that they can go and look at the tape of, but positive signs. Grim on 27, Elige on 25. And just one more round to get it done in a 2-0 fashion. A win's a win, the old adage goes.
Wow, yeah, that all-in has put them into Tech9 territory for the force of overtime. An incredibly heavy advantage to Complexity to finish here in regulation.
Who played 4B again in case of another B rush.
And Elige, does manage to get away. Did get caught wide, and now they start
charging
to
him down.
Speed this up. Cavalry on its way. Elige is being run down, but he stands his ground. Sprays down. Sense gone. JT delivers onto Jacob. Nade right between the two of them. Stiko and Satsanito softened up. And with a 2-man advantage already, it seems like Apex's dreams have taken us to 3 end here. Don't want to rejig the setup too much. Stiko working on long. Elige picking up that AWP in order to hold this tight line, but it would be susceptible to a quick wide swing from that walked up Tech9. He does remove the double zoom, so ready to track that walk up from Stiko. And he does hit it. Shot connected. It seems like Complexity have done enough. Unless Nork and Satsanito can work some magic. First on the D, great. Caught by JT, and with Satsanito caught in the middle of the site, it feels hopeless, and from Complexity in the end, they do get it across the line in regulation.